Hello, good morning everyone. Today I'm gonna take you through a full day of intuitive eating for health, for happiness, for satiety, for all of the good things. I'm gonna show you my workout. I don't even know what my workout is today. What is it? I'll figure it out. Also kind of wanted to talk through some of the mistakes I made while I was reverse dieting, since I just like wrapped up that journey. I've had time to reflect and see what I could have done differently, so I figured I would share that. But I'm gonna start today with my current go-to decaf iced mocha. Let's go. Before we go, look at this cat. She's my favorite. Oh, big stretch, you were so cute.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they just stay away whenever I try. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts.
You can't tell, but it's quite a while later. I am now hungry and a parfait does indeed sound amazing. So I just got out a bunch of ingredients. I don't remember the last time I made a parfait, so honestly I don't really remember like what can or should go in here, but this is just, I just grabbed this stuff, cut up some fruit. So I have some almond butter. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this in here. We'll see. Cherries and kiwi, a little bit of bee pollen to sprinkle in there. Made some chia seed pudding. I have some goat milk yogurt and vanilla flavor. I have this date syrup from Thrive Market that I haven't used, but I figured it sounds good. I don't know, make it a little sweeter. Some grain-free paleo nola and maple pancake flavor. Got some cacao nibs out, some shredded coconut. So I'm just gonna like see what I can do. So in my head, I have this image for like how the parfait should look. You know, lots of like pretty layers, the fruit like evenly pressed into the glass. I don't know how to make that happen, so we're just gonna see what happens. I guess I'll start with a little chia seed pudding. I added a little bit of maple syrup to this just to make it a wee bit sweet. And I'm gonna do kiwi slices. How do people do? Oh, I dropped it. This is already not going well. Okay, okay. Oh look. Oh, gotta just stick to the glass. That's fun. Let's do a cherry next to that. I feel like I need like tongs. Stay. I was gonna stay. Another kiwi. Ah, look at me. I feel like a pro. No. A little yogurt. Fill in the gaps. Marissa, why do you use goat and sheep milk yogurt, you ask, instead of cow's milk? Here's the thing. Goat and sheep and camel milk or dairy is a lot higher in A2 casein and a lot lower in A1 casein, which is a protein, and A1 casein, which is higher in cow's milk, can be more inflammatory. So when I do consume dairy, I try to do cow and sheep dairy, but I'm honestly not really fussed about it. I don't consume a lot of dairy in general anyway, so like, not really worried. But when possible, that is why I choose this. Oh, that's good. I usually get the plain one. The vanilla is really good. Oop. Now some granola. I feel like I'm in arts and crafts right now, but like, I was always that kid that like kind of did okay, but was never like the one that made like the pretty thing, you know? I feel like that's how this is turning out. Like, it's all right. It's not Pinterest worthy. Another layer of chia seed pudding? Why not? Let's do it. Yeah, this is not, it's turning out very subpar. Not gonna lie, if this were not for a video, this would all just be going straight in a bowl. I would not be making pretty fancy layers. The internet is a lie. Let's do a little almond butter. My almond butter is very much separated. Some more fruit, perhaps. Yeah? Yeah. Screw it. It's ugly anyway. Just gonna throw things in. Smidge more granola. All the chia seeds. Good. I didn't use the date syrup. I don't think I need it. Let's finish this off with just a pile of fruit. Oh goodness. Don't have space for these, so they're going in my mouth. Open sesame. I'm gonna do just a sprinkle. Coconut flakes and bee pollen. And this the final product. It's not the ugliest thing I've ever made. I didn't do too bad. It's just the layers are not very consistent or even, but it's a nice menagerie. That's a good angle. Look at her. Look at her. Topped with the bee pollen and the coconut flakes. This is gonna be very delicious either way. Did I just waste 10 minutes of my life making this whole not so beautiful parfait only to let it make me feel bad about my artistic and culinary design abilities and just promptly dump it in a bowl? Maybe, but I had fun. And there we have a more Marissa looking breakfast design. This is very good. I am very happy. Other than vlogging today is basically a start putting my life back together day. The launch of Reverse Dieting 101 kind of took over my entire life, and I haven't had time to do like any of the normal people things, like clean my room and laundry and just like organize my life so that I don't feel like I'm just like tripping over my feet trying to hit deadlines. Don't get me wrong, I live for that kind of stuff. I had the time of my life launching the course. Welcome to all of the people that did join, by the way. I'm so freaking excited to kick this off and to have you all in the group. It's the Facebook group is already like such a happy, positive place and people are already so excited. Like, it's fun. Speaking of which, if you did not get into this round and you want to sign up for the waitlist for the next round, if there is a next round, you can do so on reversedieting101.com. If you sign up, you'll be the first to find out if and when we relaunch the course, and you'll get like early bird discounts, all that good stuff. So if you wanted to do it and just couldn't do it this time, make sure you join the waitlist. But basically, I just took some time and reorganized my like tea shelf cabinet that also has like my like hemp seeds and chia seeds and protein powders and all of that stuff in it. I also just prepped my chocolate frosty smoothie bowl base. You can find full recipe for the chocolate frosty smoothie bowl on my blog as always, but today all I did was prep the base. So I chopped up some cauliflower, zucchini, and sweet potato. I do 1 part cauliflower to 1 part zucchini to 2 parts sweet potato just to get a good like ratio of texture and flavor and sweetness. I steamed that until it was easily stabbable with a knife and then blended it up with some coconut milk and the rest of the vanilla goat yogurt that I used in my parfait earlier, and then just poured it into some ice cube trays and chucked it in the freezer. So I'll more than likely be having a giant chocolate frosty smoothie bowl for breakfast tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. It's been a while. And I grabbed a kombucha that I'm still sipping on. Now that I've had some time to digest my giant parfait, I think I'm going to do a little workout in just a little bit. I'm gonna talk you guys through my new like workout programming in my next video, but basically it's a lot more of like mobility focused stuff, so like yoga, animal flow, stretching with like a little bit of lifting in there. I'm still lifting, but like not nearly as much, so we'll go over all that next week. But I think I'm gonna do like a little animal flow workout, and maybe I'll lift a couple dumbbells. I'm gonna finish this kombucha first though and clean my room. I'm gonna use cleaning as my warm-up for my workout. Do this. So part of me cleaning up was gonna be putting these boxes away, but I put them down for 2 seconds and someone decided to move in. All right, my room is now relatively clean. I'm feeling a lot better about it. Now it's time for a little workout. And this is the workout that I'm gonna do. This is one of my favorite channels for workouts like this, where it's more like natural movement, kind of animal flow with a little bit of like mobility. Wait, there's cardio in this? I wasn't trying to do cardio. It's fine, but this channel is great for this style of training, so highly recommend. my God, that killed me, but it was so good. Highly recommend if you're looking for a good solid like 20 minutes of cardio that is like unique movement. I made myself a delicious little snack, little siete almond flour tortilla, some random pulled chicken that my mom gave me to take home last time I was in San Diego, red onion and sprouts. And then I also poured myself a little glass of coconut water. Oh my God, my tortilla is already falling apart. This is not going well. It's literally just, it's completely, I don't know how I'm gonna eat this now. It's fine. Still looks delicious. Look at that. Jeez. All right. I got a fork and a knife. This is going much better. So first mistake I made on my reverse diet is that I really could have prioritized protein more. It's really important to prioritize consuming enough protein on a reverse diet because that will help the body promote optimal muscle building, and building muscle is one of the main mechanisms by which the body speeds up the metabolism during a reverse diet. There's a lot of other ways the body speeds up the metabolism, but like the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism is gonna be, like no matter what. And to gain muscle, your body basically has to synthesize more muscle than it's breaking down during your workouts, and protein is the building block of those muscles, so you kind of need like a surplus of protein to be able to take that extra protein and use it to build muscle. So what is enough protein? The like general consensus and RDA for protein is like 0.37 grams per pound of body weight. So the average female weighing like 150 pounds would need like 55 grams of protein. But this is not nearly enough if you are strength training and actively trying to build a muscle. That's like bare minimum enough to sustain life and health and your body if you're not strength training. Now, there are a lot of studies on optimal protein intake for athletes. One study in particular from 2018 by Stokes et al. Sought to determine the actual amount of protein needed to promote muscle growth when resistance training, and they found that the optimal amount is about 0.73 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight per day. And if we want to get even more precise with protein intake, the 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight is a good recommendation for relatively lean people, but when you get less and less lean, the protein intake decreases, and it'd be much more accurate to base it on lean body mass rather than total body weight, because muscle tissue is actually what requires protein to sustain itself, not fat. So a 200-pound person who's like mostly muscle is going to require a lot more protein, like closer to 200 grams, than a 200-pound person who is a much higher body fat percentage. So if you're trying to reverse diet or build muscle, or even trying to lose fat without losing muscle so that you actually get leaner rather than just getting smaller, then you should be aiming to eat about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. Second thing I could have done better is train more consistently. I was like 80% consistent with my training. I wrote myself an 8-day split. So within those 8 days, I was supposed to train 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. But oftentimes there would be an extra rest day in there. So it turned into like a 9-day training split, which, since that really spreads out all of the exercises for the muscle groups, that was definitely a little bit less than optimal. Like that meant I was squatting once every 9 days instead of once every 7 days. And ideally you would want to be squatting or doing like each exercise like once a week. Consistency in your training is so important for applying progressive overload, which is one of the main principles in building muscle. If you're not consistent week to week and doing the same exercises week to week, it becomes a lot harder to apply progressive overload, just because there's not that like repetition that you can gradually build off of, and so it makes it a lot harder, or a lot less efficient to build muscle. I also was not nearly as precise with my week to week calorie increases as I could have been. This is probably where I slacked the most in my reverse diet. I would basically have some weeks where I would on average increase my calories by 200, and then some weeks where on average my calories wouldn't increase at all. Overall, the trend was still approximately like 50 calories per week over the course of time, but I did it in much kind of bigger steps, completely unintentionally, just because I wasn't being as precise. The thing with reverse dieting in particular is the incremental steps are very important if you're trying to avoid gaining fat. Like the whole point is you make small enough increases in calories that your metabolism can adjust at the same rate, and so you burn as much as you are intaking. So I was definitely putting myself at much higher risk of gaining fat as I increased my calories, and so if I had been more precise with that, I may have gotten better results. Fourth mistake is I really should have listened to myself and taken creatine from the beginning. I started supplementing with creatine about halfway through my reverse diet, which, great, but I was literally just being lazy, not doing it before that. Like, I knew I should. All I have to do is add another supplement. It's easy. I didn't. I don't know why. Creatine is one of the best studied, most effective supplements that you could possibly add to your like fitness routine. It basically helps your muscles sustain energy longer by helping replenish ATP, which is like the energy source in the cells. So your muscles don't run out of ATP as fast, which means you literally have more energy for your workout. The Journal of Applied Physiology published a study conducted by Vandenberg et al., which studied the effect of creatine on strength performance and body composition, specifically in females, which is great because most of the studies that we get are done in men, which is just, women are not little men. You can't necessarily apply the same things. So this is cool. Basically, they took 2 groups of female volunteers that did a resistance training exercise program over a period of 10 weeks. One group supplemented with creatine and the other group was given a placebo. At the end of the 10 weeks, the change in muscle mass was greater in the creatine group than the placebo group. The creatine group saw a 61% higher rate of muscle mass increase. So that is very significant. Basically, if you are in a phase of wanting to build muscle, I recommend creatine, and I will be making sure to take it from the beginning next time. So those are the main mistakes that I feel like I made, where if I were to go back and do it again and wanted to make sure I could get like better, more optimal, more efficient results, those are the things that I would prioritize fixing. Here's the important takeaway that I want to actually give from that, and that is that I am super stoked with my reverse dieting results. I increased my calories by, what did I say, 600, like 650, I think. And in that process, I gained 2 or 3 pounds, none of which was fat, which means I definitely built muscle, probably put on a little water weight. So like, I was able to perfectly accomplish my goals without being super precise about all of these things. And this is what I really want to emphasize, is like, yes, I could have been better. I could have been more precise. I could have been super on point every single day, but that wasn't where I wanted to spend my time, and it wasn't where I wanted to put my mental energy. And so I didn't, and it was fine. And I still got the exact results that I was after. I definitely would have been maybe a little bit happier with 1 or 2 more pounds of muscle, but like, I'm not mad about my results. Like, I'm very, very happy. Like, the amount of return that I would have gotten from the time investment to be that much more precise would have been so minimal compared to how much more I would have had to put in. I did things like 80 to 85% of the way. Getting that last 15% of like precision and consistency would have basically meant that I had no life outside of fitness. I would have had to like be keeping track of every little thing. I probably would have been meal prepping more. I wouldn't have been able to like go visit my parents or my boyfriend as much. Or if I did, I would have had to like make demands with like where we go eat and like keeping track of every little thing. Like, I wouldn't have had the flexibility in my life that I was able to enjoy throughout this process while still reaching my goals. And so that would have been like a huge sacrifice just for what? Like an extra pound or 2 of muscle? Maybe that means I'm an extra 0.35% body fat lower. Like, not worth it. So what I want the actual takeaway to be here is doing things as consistently as you can and prioritizing everything that you can, but not pushing beyond the point where it feels sustainable for you. So like, working to your fullest capacity within keeping things sustainable is still going to get you great results. Like, you don't have to try to be super precise about every single little macro, like never miss a workout, just do everything super, super perfectly. Because the return that you get on the sacrifice that you have to make to be perfect is super minimal. Like, if you're 85% perfect, you're like 97% of the way there. That last 15% of precision is gonna get you like 3% better results. And I wanted to take this video to emphasize that because it is that last 15% of precision that I see tripping up so many people and causes them to like lose everything. So they don't just do the 85%, they end up doing 10% because they can't do the last 15%. But if you can do that 85%, you're most of the way there anyway. You guys understand how excited I am for this dinner. I got this Green Chef box yesterday. I opened it. I made the most delicious salmon dinner last night, but when I saw this, I had a Greek salad phase, a very strong Greek salad phase in my life where I just loved Greek salads, and I still have a deep love for Greek salad. So when I saw this on the menu, I got very excited, and this looks truly divine. I'm so happy. Speaking of prioritizing protein, this has so much protein. As I said, this was indeed a Green Chef meal. For those of you who don't know, Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic meal delivery company that helps you prep clean, delicious meals week after week. The step-by-step recipes and pre-measured premium ingredients save so much time. Like, this would have taken me forever to do by myself, but I just did it in, like, I wasn't paying attention to the clock. I was talking to my roommate at the same time, but I did this very quickly. Green Chef basically makes home cooking easy so that you can spend less time stressing about like trying to make the perfect meals and find the perfect ingredients and go to the grocery store and buy a thing of cabbage that you know you're only gonna use this much of, but you gotta find another use for the cabbage, and now you're stressed because you're buying all these ingredients that are definitely gonna go bad because you're not gonna use all of them. Is that just me? That might just be me. But basically, it saves you so much time. It saves you so much money because you're not wasting a ton of extra ingredients. Everything comes pre-measured, perfectly proportioned, mostly prepped. My favorite thing about Green Chef, I think this is what makes it like one of my favorite things on the planet, is the pre-made sauces, dressings, and spices and things that they give you. Like, that is what just like ties everything together and makes it so freaking delicious. They also have options for every lifestyle. They have a keto paleo option, a vegetarian option, a gluten-free option, fast and fit, Mediterranean. They also have a vegan option, and the meals contain a variety of organic, well-sourced ingredients. I love partnering with Green Chef, and I love sharing them with you guys because I truly believe that having like exciting and delicious meals makes living a healthy lifestyle so much easier, so much more sustainable, so much more fun, so much less like, so many people think that fitness has to suck, and like it doesn't. It can taste this good. And Green Chef really helps keep meals interesting and healthy without sacrificing taste. So I cannot recommend Green Chef enough. I genuinely get so excited when I get a box from them. And if you do want to check it out, you can use the code FitAndNerdy135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes and free shipping on your first Green Chef box. You go to greenchef.com and you can get yourself delicious meals like this. Like, I've literally never been disappointed by anything that they've sent me, and I'm somewhat picky. They even make me like my least favorite foods. So like, if you need help in the kitchen, highly recommend. Again, FitAndNerdy135 to get yourself $135 off across 5 boxes and free shipping on your first Green Chef box at greenchef.com. Now, I'm gonna go indulge in this and enjoy my lovely Greek salad, and I will catch up with you when I have dessert, if I have dessert. I don't know if I'm feeling dessert today. I'm honestly not feeling super desserty tonight, and it might be because I'm thirsty. So I just got myself a big thing of water that I'm gonna drink. So if I do end up wanting more dessert, I'll have some. But for now, I have this little guy. It's mint chocolate honey patty. It's really good. Highly recommend. It's full of honey. It's so good. If I had more of these, I'd probably have more, but this is my only one, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so I've officially decided I don't need any more food for the day. I am very pleasantly full and have zero cravings for anything, so I'm done. The one last thing that I'm gonna have is some mellow magnesium from Ned, since it is getting to be sleepy time. I'm gonna just support the sleep with a little magnesium. But I think I will leave you guys here for the night. I gotta go clean up all my dishes from yesterday and today. Sorry, roommates, for not doing my dishes. Go to shower, do a little face mask, read a little book, and get some good sleep tonight because I deserve it. Make sure you check out Green Chef, linked down below. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!